Hello everyone, I'm so glad you're here. We have really been focusing on becoming more self-sufficient, and we would love for you to come with us on our road to self-sufficiency. Because with everything going on, all the uncertain times that we're living in, it is better to be prepared rather than to be caught off guard. And no, in the title, if you notice, I did not spell bee incorrectly, because today our focus is on bees. While bees are a wonderful thing to have around just for the honey itself, because it is, personally, I absolutely love it. I have a grandson that actually doesn't like the taste of honey. I don't understand. I love it. And not only is it a natural sweetener, you can also use it for allergies. I have seasonal allergies, and I have gone off of my prescription or over-the-counter, any form of pill-based allergy medicine, because I take a teaspoon of honey every day. Now, it can't be just any honey. You can't go buy the honey in the little bear at the grocery store. It has to be locally sourced, local honey, where they have been feeding on the flowers and the trees and the pollen that surrounds where you live. And that way it gets into your system, and it just makes you where you're not allergic to those things. It fills your body with it, and it works through. And I did take my allergy pills occasionally within the first 2 or 3 weeks until it really got in my system and started working really well, just so when I really needed it. So if you haven't tried it, if you have seasonal allergies and you haven't tried that, be sure and do that. In my last video, I talked about going to Costco and purchasing big bottles of Tylenol and cold medicine and all these things. And I also talked about herbalism. So I'm not contradicting herbalism with the medicines, but the herbalism is something that I am just learning and I'm getting into. So to get me by until I don't need those medicines anymore, or something happens where I need those medicines and I can't find them anymore in the stores, then I have them put away. So it's a very good idea, guys. I'm not going back on one or the other, because I am very much trying to get away from the prescription drugs. I'm working towards getting away from the over-counter drugs. I'm striving to live a healthier lifestyle. I take a thyroid pill, and my next goal is to work very hard on trying to get away from that as well. Because all the prescription drugs and things, with all the benefits, there are also side effects. So that is my goal. So that's why it's gotten me, kind of led me to where I am, plus the uncertainty of everything. Honey is just an amazing thing, guys. So yes, we have brought bees to the homestead so that we can raise our own bees, our own honey, because not only is it really good as a sweetener to have around if you can't find sugar, it's also a much healthier choice. It's a natural sweetener and good with allergies, as we've already discussed. It is an anti-inflammatory. It is so good for you. Antioxidant, guys. You can use it for burns. You can use it on a wound. It's really good for healing wounds. And it's also really good for coughs. There are lots and lots of things as far as in the herbalism world that you can use honey in. Now, this is another way that I have discovered to use honey. Now, this right here, it's garlic. It's cloves of garlic that have been peeled, and I filled up this jar, and then I covered them with apple cider vinegar. Now, this is not my recipe, and I'm going to show you where I got it from. It's an amazing book. Covered it with apple cider vinegar. Let it sit in a sunny windowsill, not direct sunlight, but a sunny windowsill for 3 to 4 weeks. I took off half of the apple cider vinegar, and I replaced the equal amounts of apple cider vinegar and honey in this jar. Mix it up really well. In this jar, put it back in the windowsill for 3 to 4 weeks, and then I eat garlic every day. Now, when I first took the first bite, it was crunchy still, and so that was surprising to me. So I was kind of like, just surprised. And then also the kind of tang of the apple cider vinegar, the vinegar itself, kind of caught me off guard. But once I got past the initial surprise of it all, which I don't know why the vinegar surprised me, but I love it, y'all. I look forward to my little clove or two of garlic. I'd love to eat 2 of them. I'd eat more, I swear. I just love it. And they are really, really good for you. Onion and garlic, especially garlic, guys, is so good for fighting off colds. And I have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease, which is why I have hypothyroidism. So anyway, garlic helps me stay healthy, and I love it. So I take a clove or 2 of garlic every day and then a teaspoon of honey behind it all together. Oh, it's so good, y'all. And now, since it has been such a hit, my husband loves it, good thing to have around. And so we have this. Now, with this one, I did order the little garlic peeler. It's this little tube thing. You put a garlic clove in and rub it together. I'll put links to that below in the description, guys, if you want to check it out. It sure made it a lot handier. It didn't, super easily come off, but it was a whole lot better than doing it by hand, let me tell you. So I managed to get this whole jar. I just put it in the windowsill a few days ago. Apple cider vinegar is all that's in there. You can really tell the difference. You can tell the honey is in there, but the apple cider vinegar, so it's gonna sit there, and as soon as this one's finished, I'm gonna go ahead and start another one so we have them on hand. Really good stuff, guys. And where I got the recipe is in this book right here. It's by Rosemary Gladstar's Medicinal Herbs, A Beginner's Guide. And y'all, I love this book. I'm telling you, it is absolutely excellent. Not only does she go through, I don't know how many herbs are in here, but everything I hear from a lot of herbalists and everything, they say pick 20 herbs and learn everything you know about them and then move on, because there's so many things out there. It's overwhelming. I started my list just today where I have an actual list so that I can do just that. But in this book, she has all kinds of recipes. This is where I got that recipe from. And along with really good information, how to grow things, what they're used for, what they're good for, things to be cautious of, side effects. I mean, guys, this book is excellent. I will have links to I've got 3 books here, and I will have links to each of them in the description box for you to make it nice and easy. Now, this is my absolute favorite. Now, this one right here, I have just gotten started in, and I am really, really enjoying it. Prepper's Natural Medicine. Now, it is super good, guys. It's got all kind of things about, like in the back here, you can look, first thing, addictions, breaking addictions, allergies, ankle sprain, anxiety, arthritis. So it gives you the disease, and then it takes you over and tells you about the herbs and things that you can use to help with those different ailments. And guys, good stuff right here. Prepper's Natural Medicine by Kat Ellis. Good stuff. Now this right here, I love to forage. I haven't been out here much yet, other than I have been around in my yard a lot, y'all. And I have found a lot of things right here in the yard. And I found, we actually had a passion flower. If I can find a picture, I'm gonna put it right here for you on the screen. But it's beautiful, it's so unusual, very tropical, and it's really good for, to relax, to help you relax, de-stress, help with sleep, and that sort of thing, where you can make a tea out of it. And so found that right here on our property. We also found wild persimmon plants. Y'all, wild persimmon plants, you can save the seeds and grind them, dry them out, and grind them for coffee. It's like coffee. So it's amazing the things that are out there, y'all. So anyway, but this field guide, it's by Peterson, Field Guide to Medicinal plants and herbs of Eastern and Central North America. So if you're interested, it gives you like lots and lots of information on them. It really describes the plant, what you're looking for. Now, I also went on my phone and I found an app that is a plant identifier. So you can take a picture of it and and you get a lot of information that way. So use different resources so you can really learn. And I know it's kind of scary, okay, am I gonna eat this and it's gonna poison me? So you need to do your research and make sure what you're picking. And like out in our yard, we had what we thought were dandelions all over the place. They were so pretty. I was so excited. Dandelions tea is really good for the liver. Don't really particularly care for the taste, but it's really good for a lot of things. And we were really excited to have it on our property. Come to find out, dandelions, if they have any leaves on the stem, for one thing, that's not a real dandelion. And these are actually called a fake dandelion or a Texas dandelion. So we don't have dandelions on our property, but that's okay. We've got other really cool things. Now back to our bees. We have started keeping bees on the property. We have one hive. I took different videos from different days because it's just a little bit of a story to tell. We had some things go wrong and then we had some things go right in the end, and everything is going well now. But there were some real good lessons learned in these videos, guys. So I just put the three, I took bits from each, and so that you can see exactly what was going on and kind of give you a little bit of idea as to what's going on and to help you get started. It is a little intimidating. Even in your bee suit, they start swarming around your head. You want to swat them, but you don't, because you need to stay calm and just move slowly and methodical and work through. And when you're first out there, it's overwhelming a little bit, but we have managed to learn from our mistakes once again, and we have a really good hive going out there right now, guys. We will be back out there soon and videoing it so you can see how it's going. But right now we have a really good hive going. I go out and check on it a couple of times a day just to see what kind of activity is coming and going from the hive. And we will be recording it again very soon because there are updates, big updates from what you'll see in this video coming up. So be sure to hit the notification bell, guys, so you'll be notified when anything new comes out. All right, guys, so I am going to stop talking and let you get into the video and check out the bees. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Simply Made Homestead. I'm Marion, and today it's all about starting your own beehives. We are brand new to it. We've already made a mistake, so this is a really good beekeeping video to watch because we're going to tell you what we shouldn't have done and what we should have done. And I mean, what better than to learn from someone else's mistakes so you don't have to make the same. A brief recap on what happened was when we got our bees, they came in like 4 days before we were leaving for Montana, which is where my husband's side of the family lives, and we were going there for 10 days to visit. And it just happened that way. We were at the end of the spring getting our bees. It was the last time we were gonna be able to get the packaged bees, and so we went with it. We took our chances. I had watched other videos and things, and they had talked about like going in there after 3 days, and I guess everything was fine. So that's what we did. We set them up. 3 days later, we went into the hive to make sure, refill the sugar water, which they had drank a lot in 3 days because they're busy building their comb. They're not going out and collecting pollen and all yet because they have to build their comb. They have to build a home for the pollen, for the nectar, to be able to get everything going. So you have to give them lots of sugar water to get them started. Well, that's what we did. We thought, okay, we need to stay out of the hive for a week to 10 days. We'll feed the bees really well, and then we'll be gone for 10 days. We'll come home, and everything will be great and wonderful. Well, as we went into the hive, and we found the queen, found lots of comb they had built. They were doing so well, and they were really kind of swarming, and they were acting different than they were. Much different than when I put them in there. I didn't know, I'm new. So my husband even commented after that that they were really acting different. They were kind of going up like this and like they were just flying up and going away. Well, sure enough, they did. And what happened, it is called absconding. They didn't swarm, they absconded. They literally left the hive. We opened up the hive too early. They weren't secure with their home. They were still very much in the business of building their home, and we disturbed it. We let all kind of light in. We changed things up. We scared them. We scared them off. So here we are. While in Montana, I ordered another package. I was able to get a nuke instead of the package. And today, we're going to add some nukes. So, we've got them right over here. We're going to grab them. And we're going to go out there and add them to the very empty hive. But let's get started. All right. Now, here we go. This is our nuke here. And it is a 5-frame nuke. We haven't looked inside yet. I have no idea what it's going to look like. So, this is going to be fun. We have our smoker filled with pine straw. I have this right here to help me grab the frames out of there if I need them. We have this right here if we need to pry the frames apart for any reason. The nukes they are more established, so there may be some propolis. I don't know. This is my first time, guys. We're going to find out these things. A lighter for the smoker and our brush to help brush the bees away, so that when we put the lid back on, we don't want to squash any more bees than we have to. And the one thing I forgot are my gloves. So let me go grab those real quick. All right, so what we're gonna do, I wanna show you here real quick. Now before, I did see, we've really been having trouble with ants. I put this little thing in here. I got all of this, all of our bee stuff, we ordered from Man Lake. We picked this up at Man Lake when we picked up our bees. And you can see here, there are little tiny, if you can see, my husband zoomed in, you can kind of, when I move them there, you can see little dead ants in there. There's just olive oil in there. When you use these, you want to make sure there's no oil on the top, because it will stick to the bees' feet and it'll make them really heavy. So this is really good. I'm going to leave it in there. I started to clean it and I thought, there's plenty of oil in there. I'm going to leave it for now. I'm going to put it right here between the outside and the next to the outside one. Now right here, this is a 10-frame deep, and we have a 5-frame nuke. So we're going to leave, stupid ants, we're going to keep 5 of our frames in the box. And you can see here, you see all the comb that our beautiful bees had made. It's just gorgeous. And then they flew the coop. It's just beautiful. So we are going to leave 5 of these in here. I think this one's a little bit, nope. All right, so what I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna take this one out just to give myself a lot more room to work. Now this hat kind of falls down in the front where the other one didn't. But anyway, can y'all see me? Okay, so now we've got only 4 frames, 2 on each side. We're gonna pull our nuke out and get it unwrapped. That's a little bag just for safety when you're traveling. But first we're going to get our smoker going. Pine straw lights up really, really well. There's lots of ideas online for different things. I saw one lady, it was winter. She made up little packets of, you can use dried leaves. She used like paper bags or craft paper and made up little bags of, I think it was leaves and some herbs and things like that. That could be really relaxing to the bees, which I think is pretty cool. She was waiting out winter and looking forward to spring. We want a good smoke going. All right, that looks pretty good, don't you think? Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna kind of lift the lid and puff a little smoke in there. I just saw didn't look too good. They are all dead. And I drove a 3-hour round trip to get them. So it looks like we'll be calling Man Lake. I wondered why earlier I was listening to them, trying to hear them, because usually when they're in their hive working and such, there's this really calm buzz, and I didn't hear anything, and I was really worried that this might be the case. And sure enough, it is. So all I can say to this is this really sucks. And we'll just have to go in and make a phone call and see what we can do about it. Well, guys, I'm really sorry. I was really excited about these. I couldn't wait to get home and get them. And so I guess this is just what happens sometimes. So let me go make a phone call and we'll keep you updated and let you know how it goes. All right, guys, here we are again. Got our new bees. I haven't opened the package yet, so I don't know what's in there. I hear humming, so that's definitely a good sign. But let's get our smoker going. So we'll be ready to they've been on an hour and a half, almost 2-hour car ride. So they might be a little annoyed. And this right here, the smoke, it doesn't calm them, or it masks their pheromones that they send out when they feel distressed. So that way we can get them moved over. That's a nice, good smoke there. We've got a few on the outside. Let's take the lid off here. And we're going to take this one off. I'm going to remove one frame. And there is a mite that was on that frame. Oh yeah. So let's do something with that first. I've got my J-hook here. Alright, so we're gonna, and slow movement is really important so they don't feel threatened. So we got our smoker going. We're just gonna lift the lid. Oh, I see live bees, y'all. You see that? Let's give them a good smoking. Get them nice and calm. I don't think there's anything calm about them today. Okay. So, my J-hook here. Probably should have got my other little thing where you can grab it. I'm really not going to look much because I really just want to get them in the hive and get them settled. I am just going to assume the queen is there, and we're going to start getting them settled in here. You can see there's like tons of comb, and they have just been really hard at work. Try not to squash any bees, because also when you squash a bee, once again they send out that pheromone that says trouble, trouble, trouble. Just kind of send them down in the box. They seem really annoyed, y'all.
so want to look clean, I can't hardly stand it, but we're not going to do it. We're going to get it settled and get our little guys going. Yeah. Slide those over. There we go. 2 more frames. This is a 5-frame nuke. You can see the comb, guys. Look at all the, oh, it's just amazing. I want to show y'all, I really do. We'll come back for an inspection once they have really settled in, and we'll take a closer look. I don't want to mash any. Guys, there's even, can you see that? There's some honey. There is honey right there. I can't tell y'all how excited I've been over bees. And then I'm going to add my last frame back. Whew, Smokey Joe, you got to calm down, honey. Killing me here. All right. Now this box right here, it's got still got. You can see here. There are a lot of bees still left in there. So I'm just going to put it down right here in front of the hive, so they can make their way in there. Really gonna just kind of turn it that way. And because we don't want to kill any more than we have to, I'm gonna smoke them one more time here. So I want to put my lid on, and I don't want to kill any bees. And I saw one beekeeper say you should always slide your lid like that, and that way, now I can't because I do have that lid, but so that way you kind of push the bees out of the way instead of just squashing them. All right, guys, we have live bees. This hat thingy sits way forward on my face, but anyway, we have bees, y'all. Hopefully they'll stick around, and we'll have many more videos to come on how to inspect the hives, what to look for, and what to do with your honey when you get it. So thank you for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. We appreciate your support more than you know, and if you've enjoyed this video, please give us a big old thumbs up and subscribe. We'd love to have you along on our journey to self-sufficiency. Until next time, take care and God bless.